スペースコロニーストゥディオス
Hey guys! So, here we are with another series that I kind of want to start recording a bit. This one's called Stories from Soul, the Gundam. And since this doesn't seem to be of any horror, like my usual videos that I record, I'm adding my avatar. I hope that's alright with y'all. If you guys don't like my avatar in the recordings, just let me know. Or like maybe it's in the way or something. I might move it midway, but let's see. No, I didn't mean to do that. Yes. Make me new. Like that. Perfect. All I know is that this is a visual novel game with multiple endings. Why did I get it? I like the style. That is all I have to say. September 21st, planetary calendar 209. Following a raft of oppressive policies and crackdowns from the Earth-based government of the Solar Federation, the joint forces of the Martian territories and Jovian Unified Colony Fleet rebelled. This conflict came to be known as the Solar War. Okay. The war carried on for 3 years, but eventually the combined forces of the Martian territories and Jovian Unified Colony Fleet managed to push the Federation military all the way back to planet Earth. In the final days of the conflict, a pitched battle was fought in lunar orbit that would decide the war's victor. So Earth was being mean. Lunar orbit aboard the Jovian carrier JFS Kalek? You reflexively tighten your grip on your armor frame's twin flight sticks as another wave of vibrations reverberates through the cockpit. I feel like I should be on the right side. I'll try to be on the right side. Oh no, but PL is there. Whatever shall I do? I'll just... Perfect. There, not in the way of anything. The creak of your new flight suit and your quickening breath are the only sounds that you hear above the gentle hum of the frame's subsystems. As you squeeze the control cider, their plastic casings creak under the pressure. You try and stay calm, knowing that these gentle vibrations are remnants of a huge shock waves that are buffeting the Kylak, the carrier that you're stationed on. Each one is a near miss, as an explosion tears through space around the ship. You try to push the thought from your mind and focus on the controlling your breathing, but you've already realized that their frequency means the Kylak must be approaching the front line. Your squadron will be launching soon, and you'll be engaging in your first real sortie. Your first real fight, in fact. You feel your throat tighten. Simulations are as good as the real thing, but that's what your trainer told all of you. You know that pilots are supposed to have hundreds of hours of live flights and training exercises in real armored frames before they're allowed anywhere near the front lines. Of course, that didn't happen. Command had told you that modern simulators meant cadets could graduate without the need for these exercises. You'd overheard the rumors, though. The Jovian colony fleet had lost a lot of pilots and still wanted to keep pace with the Martian advance against Earth. had resorted to fielding anyone who could fight. Oh, so I'm just cannon fodder. Got it. Your whole squadron is just like you, freshly conscripted from Europa colony. You'd undergone basic training there, but almost all your flight training had taken place on the cruiser's journey from Jovian space. You wondered how the others are feeling right now. Whether... Maintenance crew. Kind of like 5. This is flight deck for preparing for your squadron for takeoff. Running last-minute diagnosis on your frame. Activating all systems. Maintenance crew now. Alright. Looks all good to go. We'll run a few more checks, then we'll have you spaceborne in a few minutes. Are you ready to show this terrain's who's boss? No. I'm kinda scared. I'm kinda nervous. No other place to be honest than this. Your mind races as you try to think of a response that will convince not just the engineer, but yourself too. Everything's gonna be alright. Instead, your mouth dries up and your heart feels like it's about to burst from your chest. Yeah, that's fair. Hold 6 feet will allow you to squeeze them tighter, as if any moment now you may snap them in half. Okay, pilot, everything okay in there? Comms green? After taking a few deep breaths, it eventually feels like you have a modicum of control again. You release your grip on the flight sticks, and then back into your chair. This is Calic 5, comms green, just a bit. Well, Calic 5, nothing wrong with feeling your jitters. Tell you what, what's your name, pilot? Okay, Kira, what's your surname? And your pronouns? Hey, is that right? Okay. Setting Yuki, first step, take a few deep breaths for me, and in and out. Nice and slow. Got that? Manage, but something more in control. Now, I do have something when it comes to these visual. I have a small little pet peeve if they over-explain something that is so basic. You know? You don't gotta over-explain it to me. Alright, there we go. Now listen up. He's signed. You ain't got anything to worry about out there. The way I've heard it is that all the terrain's best pilots were taken care of between here and Mars. And Martians are the ones who've been leading the charge today, so they're the ones taking all the flack. Propaganda machines selling this as our decisive strike against Earth's last line of defense. But between you and me, it ain't nothing more than a mopping up situation. But in mind, in operation, you said as much in the canteen last night. Besides, right up. Slouching back, these aliens realize something more than anything you're striking their cockpit armor on your face. This beauty here is a work of art. Meridian's frames, he got nothing on her. She's all tuned up and ready to go. Probably spent more time with this than I have with my own kid. So don't you worry. Remember, what they taught you in training, leave the rest up to her. You'll come out of this destiny. Despite your startled reaction a moment ago, this conference is infectious. And so is the robot You're just positioned and you're set up straight. And the soft hub of the frame system now seems more comforting than others. Pumping up operations. Which has done all the work. So, Isai, how are you feeling about things now? Declare channeling your new talent of confidence. That's the spirit inside. Hang on tight. We'll have you out. We'll hang your doors and kick the terrains around in no time. Left on your thoughts, you turn back and flip the hole in the brain. Watch seconds tick away on the cockpit clock called wait your order to launch. Wait seems to drag on and on. But you carry it if you got smart clock checks since you already completed them. Nothing's changed. Well, that's a face. Alright, let's listen up. This is Kylac 1. We've been cleared for launch, so be ready for immediate action. And so that's a guy or girl. All frames will be taking off in designated order. Attack formation, sound on. Kylac 2, ready. This is Kylac 3, ready. Kylac 4, here, ready to take off. Kylac 5, confirm your status. Kylac 5, stand by. Put together, Kylac 5. Kylac 6, Kylac 6, ready. Kylac Squadron, move out. And it says there's 6 of us now. Kylac 1 launching, Kylac 2 launching, 3, 4, moving out. The ship and accelerating rapidly towards the combat zone. Almost sounds like a countdown music. Just got like force from the clear. We launch. You know your time is come. Disengage your restraints and repairs. Got a cop launching. Shout as you slam the flight stakes down. Maximum thrust. Maximum thrust. Got a cop at port launch. Cut thrusters. Got a cop. What? The engineer's instructions barely register in the confusion. Jerked around the cockpit. Your helmet slamming on the control panel as a brief moment thrusts you back from your seatbelt. Where you're recording. Flash over your monitors and sirens and lift sounds from all over. Cockpit. Cut, hold on. Cut thrusters. Takes a few seconds for you to comprehend the engineer. Once you do, you wait for the flight stage back to their neutral position. The Warrior Frames engine dies in the cockpit and regains its previous stillness. Your voice as all materialities of blood fills your mouth. Right, hitting tight for a moment. Your frame's restraints didn't accept that it disengaged in it, so you're still attached to the cockpit. We're gonna need to run a diagnostic. It shouldn't take too long. Sunk in the cockpit chair and exhale deeply, and it's still pounding. A million beats per minute, lips stinging. Sounds like I'm skipping a few words, but come on. It feels like I'm like over-wording some things. Hey, yeah, looks like the restraint disengaged didn't register. Yeah, Unit 5. Alright, yeah. Get Unit 6 out. No sense waiting for this one. Okay, sorry for now, access. Diagnostic, then reboot if necessary. Tag 6, launching. Oh, one to the side of it. We checked this 10 times since Mars at least. Who was assigned to Unit 5? Fine. Alright, shut down system, recognize again. I want this frame out here in the next 5 minutes. Coming back. We're going to shut down your frame system for a moment so we can run diagnostics. Stay ready though. We'll have you launching soon. Sir, ready and waiting. I suddenly realized just how long you've been clenching your fists around them. You flex your fingers, roll your shoulders, feel again as you begin to hear the muffled sounds of engineers working your frame restraints. Staring at the dead monitor, you slowly begin to smile. This is what you wanted, wasn't it? spent so long worrying about this mission that you've thrown up twice in the past 24 hours. And now it looks like all that was for nothing. You got what you wanted, and you were safe. As safe as you can be, strapped to the outside of a military carrier and an inactive armor frame anyways. Your smile winds inadvertently at that thought. Getting shot down in an inactive frame is illustrates you become a cautionary tale for engineers and pilots throughout the entire Jovian colonial fleet. Your mind turns quickly to the rest of your squadron. Then they returned. You'd be a laughingstock to the entire Kylak. Cal. Pilots, when there's no mission stuck in a dark cockpit, you dodge a bullet, but you never. It's Kylak 6. They cut off our flight path. There's more. There's a whole squadron of carriers coming from the east field. Kylak 1. They're gonna cut you off from the fleet. They. Signal disappeared as he bolt upright as he began pressing buttons, trying to activate your cockpit's main monitor so you can see what's going on. However, with your frame system shut down remotely by May's crew, you can do nothing but sit in the dark. Listen to the events unfold. 6, respond. 6, what's going on? How many carriers are coming from the E field? Oh, man. Kylak 6 signals from the system. No, it's fine. Man, Z. Over together, Kylak 4. All units form up. Defensive formation on me. I said all units, Kylak 2. Don't break formation. Man, they're firing on us. There's so many of them. Oh, God. Man, help! Innocent and communication channels flooded with cries of terror and pain. You hear your squad mates, your fellow pilots, exclamations. Exclamations of fear as unexpected enemy forces bear down. Screaming the outer rails falls over your head. You sit powerless in the dark. Hey, who's out there? Engineering, hey, get me ready. I can help. Get me ready to launch. Engineering. We're getting killed out there. I need to go. Now. You shout commands to your friend, ready to launch over the channel. I'm not ready to kill him. I'm guarding the cockpit and the control is responsive. You can't be sure whether the channel is closed. No one's listening. There's no intention of turn. We're seeing the battle dangerous units from the floor. Anyone. Please get me out of here. Definitely going to attempt a manual override of your systems. Find that nothing responds to me. The only spark of life that we can glean from the brain is the small diagnostic progress bar. I need to be out there. Anyone, hey. I'm not desperate enough to begin hammering on your cockpit walls. Hoping to get attention of engineers if you're outside early. The entire time, chaos and combat aspects is narrated to you in a broken fragments of radio chatter. There's 3 on me. 4 on me. I lost my shield. I can't shake them. They're everywhere. I know my retreat's totally cut off. You can't get back to the ship. Man, what do we do? Stop panicking. Form up. 3, 4 on me. We're going to punch a whole total formation in. Man, I'm coming. No. Oh, God, no. One by one, your squad signals disappear. And a cacophony of panic disappears, replaced with a gentle hiss of static. You stop hammering on the side of your cockpit as the last voice is cut off. Your transcript would sweat now. Your empty stomach feels like water sunk to the bottom of it. You look back. You stare blankly ahead. This is Kylak 5. Ready for takeoff. September 21st, Planetary Calendar 209. Despite last-minute reinforcement from Solar Federation from their headquarters on Earth, the battle above Lunar is a victory for the joint Martian and Jovian forces. This will be a final battle of the Solar War. Having lost their last stronghold on Lunar, the Solar Federation would agree to cease fire and sign an armistice to end hostilities. An uneasy peace fills the solar system. With conflict between the Solar Federation and Martian Jovian Alliance concluded, the Kylak and her crew soon returned to Europa, colony near Jupiter. April 19th, planetary calendar, to return 14. The reduced need for pilots away from the delicate space between Earth and Mars saw Ensign Yuki reassigned to security detail aboard various Jovian ships. He is eventually promoted to lieutenant. My character would get flack for this. It's like, oh, this guy didn't work for it, but he got a good rank. That's sad. He would get some flack for that. 4 years have passed since the battle above Lunar. Jovian colony fleet, fearing fresh aggression from Earth, has increased patrols near its colonies after picking up unusual signals coming from further out in the solar system. The patrol ship of the JFS Gundog is dispatched to support the JFS O'Brien in investigation of these signals. Jovian space. Above the Jovian patrol ship JFS Gundog. As the rumble of the Gundog's engine roaring to life reverberates through the ship, you clench your fists. It's been 4 years, and to this day, the sensations of tremors, whether they're ship engines, docking clamps, or weapon drills, still tie your stomach into knots. A bad trait for a ship security officer. You shake your head off and exhale slowly, taking a moment before stowing the last of your possessions and pushing the drawer closed. You feel a click as it locks into place, and see your plastic paneling sits completely flush with the surroundings. Stepping back, you look around the room. You take another deep breath and hold it for a moment. Although this is far from your first posting as security officer, you always feel some sense of trepidation, if not anxiety. As similar as all the ships were, they all came with their own unique crews and personalities, and with those came unique problems. Just to show you the menu to my right here, it's item, function, talk, use, look, and move. I don't know what function does that. For that, you're going around picking a stack of your surroundings. Daily surroundings and images. Standard crew bunk. Once you slept in one, you slept in them all. Although this is one of the nicer ones I've been assigned to. All panels can be removed by jamming it with a thin object, and crew members often stack contraband. Looks like this one's not been touched though. You know what? Makes sense. Probably good to know. The terminal lets me access the ship's computer. It's got a clock, a word processor, and email calendar. I can also access records and my orders from here, but anything else I need to access the core. Or anything else I need to access the core, which is limited to those in operations or command. It's just a normal storage unit. I have trouble light, so mine only has clothes in it. Standard door with an electronic magnet and bolting system. The only way in or out. Unless you plan on getting creative with maintenance tiles. Alright, well. That's it, right? Nothing else? The use button to arrange your surroundings. Alright. I've only just boarded. It's still in the middle of the day. It goes on Jovian Standard Time. There's nothing in here right now I need. Just my uniforms and some toiletries. Toiletries? Ew, why would you say it like that? Who calls it toiletries? Yeah. Looks like I've been instructed to report to the bridge to meet the captain. I haven't met anyone yet since my transport to the spaceport ran late, and I just about made it on board before launch. You step out into the empty corridor, and the door to your quarters gently hisses shut behind you. Its keypad gives a short series of beeps, and then you hear a lock engage. The door from the ship's system is barely audible, but otherwise you stood in total silence. There's cooler outside the corridor as a still lack of aroma. This is from the ceiling of every ship you've been stationed at. And at this point doesn't surprise you. There's very limited doors, lock up in the corner, side fair. What name is that? If I go right towards the path, I'll write the central hub and I can head to the bridge. Handsome Cruise? Quies. Oh yeah. I'm gonna call you handsome. Hurry. Doesn't sound familiar. Dalton Brand. Not someone I've met before. Diamond Dees. Can't say everyone's in the ship. Behind you, you find yourself in a much larger corridor that stretches off to the left with multiple smaller corridors leading further. Warning. To your right, the corridor leads to a large plaza-like space. Very faint breeze from your left touches your hair and chills you slightly. You hear the sounds of human activity. Are there aliens? From your right, you can hear the hum of the ship's engines more clearly now, as the occasional low melodic whirring sound. Direct portion on the axis both sides. From there, I can access the rest of the ship's area, so I should hurry up and meet the captain before I look around anywhere else. Ship's hangar. Usually, sometimes in security jail, the only time I should be spending time there is when I'm carrying out my daily tasks. On a larger ship, you can see people coming and going constantly, so it's very eerie how quiet this one gets. Mess hall. I don't imagine a ship that this size has a cook, or even a kitchen, so it's probably just a vending unit. As you enter the central hub, you hear a low whirring noise and the engines grow louder. You can see readouts above one of the elevator change, letting you know someone is using it to travel to another part of the ship. Looking around, you see the entrances built with force and aft thoroughfares as the corridor through the airlocks. Several doors will take me to the bridge where the captain will be. I shouldn't waste any more time. Bridge. No need to report, because at this point you should know you should use station bridge. You make your way to the LPM. You didn't have to make any of that. Just say you go to the elevator. Stop. You're over-explaining. I always find that to be an issue. I get it, you're a visual novel, and you need to read, but, holy, you don't have to go that far. As you wait, your mind goes along you're caught unawares, you hear something jab into your back, and a voice from behind you declares, "What's in the air? Identify yourself." Your posture stiffens, and you snap back to reality, caught completely off guard by the voice behind you. Thoughts race through your mind as you try to figure out what's going on. Could there already be another security detail on board? That shouldn't be possible. As far as you knew, you were the only one. Unless... I said hands in the air, punk. You tentatively raise your hands, palms flat, facing forwards, as whatever has been thrust in the back is removed slowly. And you hear the person behind you to take a step back as you exhale and begin to turn around. Lieutenant Yuki, security detail, ID. SO25. I'm on my way to meet the captain, too. you've been expecting a gruff crew member. Instead, you met with a bright and cheery officer waving a pen around with a large smile on her face. You're taken back for a moment, as this isn't just any officer, this is... Cassie, what are you... Kara, I've missed you so much. Sorry, let's just say the name kind of caught me off guard for a bit. And I'm happier that way. The big doofus. You should have seen your face when you turned around. You were also... Look at that face when you think you're in trouble. You think you're playing with the big soldiers would get you out of trouble. He's so cute. Lieutenant Commander, Cassandra Quinn. Should have known. Really, she's always been one for bad jokes and secret pranks as long as you've known her. Her less than professional attitude and penchant for irresponsibility is the reason why, despite her talents, she's not commanding a ship of her own. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good did I get you? You totally thought you were being busted, right? But if you're being honest, her playful nature is what attracted you to her in the first place. You've been dating for nearly 2 years now. A lot of that has been over electronic mailing or a letter. Your postings have never lined up until now. Oh, God, that's cute. God, that's adorable. Cassie, what are you doing here? I thought you were stationed on the Reliant. You never said you were being transferred. What happened? Well, thing is, about that is, you might say that a secret with the head of operations of the Reliant led to a lateral trajectory for my career. Cassandra, please. Okay, so when it came to time to change the ship's cybersecurity passwords, I couldn't be bothered to spend all day sitting in the computer core, waiting for it to generate new codes so I could change all the existing passwords by a single digit. You place your face in your hands as a dull growing wrist back your throat. Oh. This is the first time I've heard a story like this. And maybe it turns out, when they run the cybersecurity drills, they assume that the enemy has your old passwords, so try to brute forcing them from those. And maybe that the ship was compromised in 0.5 seconds. But at least they found out I've done that in a drill and not in a real engagement, right? I basically saved the entire ship in advance. I'm surprised you're still able to station your ship. How are you not stuck back in a records room at your big colony right now? Well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but if I can't trust you, who can I trust? It turns out this mission was organized at a really short notice, and the gun dog was the only ship available. The problem was that they've been having some issues with the crew, so they had to transfer some short notice. Lucky for me that I've been recently being made available. That's weird, I've only just been stationed on the Duke, so I shouldn't have been afraid to be transferred. You figure it out. I may have to use one of my contacts. Look how you looked at resource to transfer you here. Just to get closer to you. That's cool. You know what? I can't say no to that. I would not be mad. I'm pretty sure you know every regulation you broke by doing that. And I like it. What was I supposed to do? Get stationed to some tiny ship heading out to the middle of nowhere? No one I know in the crew? We haven't seen each other in months. Aren't you glad to see you? Of course I'm glad to see you. I missed you too. You know, it's been a long time. You know, the part of the Reliant Ship Operation Department with some serious talent. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, you said you're on your way to see the captain, right? you had a chance to take a look around the ship yet? Okay. I was going to. Hey, I'll show you around. I've been here a few days, so I basically know the ship like the back of my hand. Where you want to go to first? I was on my way to see the captain. I thought the engine start up, so I know we're walking soon. But I thought I should probably report in as soon as possible. Oh, don't worry about that. I've already logged you on board, so it's just a formality now. Besides, Captain Burns isn't exactly a stickler for procedures, so we can check out anywhere you want before we head up there. Well, alright. In that case, great. This could be the best tour we've ever been on. By the time it's over, you'll have seen every inch of this ship and met everyone on board. It's been so long since we last saw each other, too. Definitely need to take some time to stop by my quarters and get reacquainted. You now access every area of the gun dock. Select the top button to view a list of crews available to talk to. Change your mind, select the top button again. Waving you beautiful. It might be a small ship, you think, but that would be a perfect opportunity to learn its layout and familiarize yourself with where you'll be spending your current duty. Plus, you admit it wouldn't hurt to meet all the crew. Get to know them sooner rather than later. Okay. What does this function do, though? Or is it just like a function of these things? What's this? You guys see that, right? Like little arrows? Maybe these do something. Save. Nice! Now, I won't lie. I was kind of getting a bit lightheaded, per se. Depending on how long this game might be, I may stress it out to about an hour. So far, it took a hot minute to get through that little thing kind of area, you know, the intro. But it's a visual novel. What else are you gonna do about it? Good. Alright. So, I will... It's been 37 minutes. I think I'll keep going for just a little bit more. Central Hub, but to be honest, the only place you can get to straight away from here are the airlock, sick bay, or the bridge. Well, it's right in the middle of the ship, so it connects everything together via the two thoroughfares, right? But if you get to the engineering to do some mechanical work, you got a long way to go that way. And if you want to do pretty much anything else, go the other way. The Foresight, thoroughfare, way more of a hub, so you get to all sorts of places really quickly. Get some snacks from that vessel to take back to your quarters. You want a quick soda while taking audit and hunger? You're there and back in no time. You should have moved the bridge to the front of the ship. Sounds to me like you want a vending machine on the bridge. Hey, that's not a bad idea. But still, it's a long way to get to the other side of the ship, no matter where you're going. How would you solve that problem? Maybe change the shape of the ship so that the center is really the center? It's space, so you can make it really efficient, shaped like a cube or something. Cube, I guess it could be efficient, but I don't think anyone would take a cube-shaped ship seriously. Go to sick bay. That door was hissed open, and you both step out into a wide room. You're immediately struck by the glare of the high-powered lights that are set onto the ceiling, and just as you regain your vision in the back of the room, a chemical disinfectant burns at your nostrils. Everyone knows that if you've been to a hospital. Looking around, you see the standard feature in the sick bay. Yes, well, one guy with your set to the other indicating the presence of a surgery. Walls are lined with cupboards, cabinets, kidding. Yep. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna tell me the obvious, what else do you want me to say? You want to read for that? It's a med bay. It's gotta have all the clinical stuff. Look, if you guys really want me to sit down and read y'all properly, I'll do it, but you gotta tell me, or else I won't do it. I want to make this somewhat enjoyable, but if you find it more enjoyable to sleep, I'll do that. I'll read. Slowly. Another room with a large desk to face the entrance. On a side closet, to you are two chairs. Miss Quinn, excellent timing. I just finished up the analysis of your... Oh, hey, Doc. We're going to do that right now. I'll give you one on this video episode. Very good, Miss Quinn. Hello, Lieutenant Yuki. I'm the ship's doctor. Cypher Rosario. I've reviewed your file already, so please feel free to stop by with any complaints. But since you're here, Miss Quinn, I'd really like to talk about your gastro... Honestly, Doctor, it's fine. We can talk about it. Intestinal. Doctor, later! Distress. Okay, Doctor, a moment, please. Can you just give me a few minutes with the doctor? Yeah, no problem. Cedric grabs the doctor by his sleeve and drags him over to the surgery room. Yate leads him behind her. As the door closes, you can't hear them, but you can see the tills through the gallery window. You decide to turn your attention away and examine the white poster on Space Elvis. Yes, thank you, Doctor. I understand. Now that includes any synthetic meats or carbohydrates. Understood. But as I explained, I've got a full supply of Nutri-Shake powders that should serve as a balanced replacement for meals from the food vendors and should alleviate your... Doctor! He's so dumb. Tummy troubles. This door is moving on! Meet Dr. Rosario. Yeah. We got time for one more place. Actually, we can talk. So, I swear, not for one patient, doctor, confidentiality. That one for patient or doctor confidentiality. It's like a laser beam. He gets straight to whatever task is in front of him with no things like common courtesy. Besides, manner of privacy. I got that impression. The worst part is that after all that, he tells me I'm allergic to synthetic elements they use in the mess hall's food vendor. Can you believe I'm on a Nutri-Shake diet between now and when we return to port? I thought those ingredients were supposed to be hypoallergenic. No animal products suitable for everyone. Oh, the doctor saying it's a rare condition that means I react to one of the compounds they use in production. More hamburgers for you? One silver lining. What's that? Vending machines use real ingredients. Chocolate chips are still on the menu. An important part of any balanced diet. Dr. Rosario. Lieutenant, are you feeling unwell? No, I'm feeling fine. Have you come to pick up any medication? No, I'm feeling alright, thanks. Have you come in for a precautionary checkup? No, nothing like that. Then are you here to ask about my mechanical elements? What? No, of course not. Oh, well, in that case, Lieutenant Yuki, I'm not sure I can help you today. Don't worry about it. Robotic assistant units, it's state of the art, but you still never want to end up in there. True. I don't know if I really trust a robot to, perform on me. I don't think I want to look at everything here. It's a pretty standard place. Do it real quick. That's right, it's just been so long, so I guess it's good to have all on hand. Well, that's it for patience. I mean, it's pretty, makes sense. All of my kind of play taking titles and systems. It's very nice to see you use. I like the music, by the way. I'm liking the music style. The characters are a little fun. Let's head on over to airlock. And this is the main airlock. It's the main way to get in and out of the ship when it's docked. Thanks, but I've already been here. Oh, really? When? Actually, I think I'm confusing it with somewhere else. What else can you tell me? Oh, my character's confusing it with the very beginning. Oh, he still remembers. Well, he's got one of the best views of the ship, one thing. Around, but you can't see any windows. You wouldn't expect it to be inspected on a military vessel, or an inclusion like that would compromise the structure. Here? Really? Yeah, really? Check it out. The sand is right over the turret, set into the wall next to the airlock. Inside commands to hit secret beach, keep that gesturing proudly to the screen. Not too bad, huh? Look at the screen, but all you can see is a dark display of a few errant pixels suspended. Is that working? Of course it's working, look! You stare at a little part of the screen, although it takes you a moment, you eventually realize that's an external feed. That's right, normally you can only see what's out the gun dog from either the bridge or hangar. But the ship's covered in a small camera for combat situation. The access to feeds and terminal around the ship. That is good to know. I can just go to any terminal and check out. Now, with multiple endings, I assume we're just going to get attacked eventually. Or something. Or aliens. Maybe aliens. I'm sorry, I kind of just like aliens. It'd be really cool. Should be cool, but isn't the view from the bridge or an hangar better? Because you're actually looking out. Well, maybe, but there's always someone else around. You never want to get the view to yourself. No one comes here. It's so quiet, it's almost like you're out there. I guess I can see what you mean. It's pretty quiet out this way. With a fancy screen like that, it's basically the real world. I know you understand. I command you to terminal access. That way you can come out here and see the source whenever you want. Thanks. So if I get airbox, I'll look at it all. The science is supposed to one thing for getting good space suit is emergency only. Every crew member has been assigned a suit that's stored near the main station. These units are in case evacuation when the main station is inaccessible. You know what, I think I'm going to end it here because I need to get some sleep. Let me know what y'all think of the game so far. What do you think of the story? To me, I think it's pretty cute. So far. Not at the beginning though, everyone died. That was Not so cute. Hey. Oh, laser autosave. Cute. No. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Next time for Stories from Seoul, the Gun Gong. Bye. Boop.